Hey guys, so we have started the teardown on my PC and we're getting it set up, but now it's time to tear down the GPU and get all that fun stuff set up, which is why we have this box here. I've already taken everything out of it. We have the Glacier G30 Aorus, and then obviously the GPU is a Gigabyte Aorus RTX 3090. Black. 3080 is the same thing, so yay. And we're going to be using our trusty iFixit kit just to tear it all down. Like I said, I've gotten everything out of this that I need, so I'm going to set it off to the side. Done. Make sure there's no cat hair here, because I can see a few. There we go. Here's our block, and it's plastic. That's the front. The side you'll see, kind of. And that's the back with the silicone packets. Why? I don't know. Not like we're keeping socks fresh or something. So here's the RTX 3090 Masters Edition. We're gonna flip this bad boy over and take out some screws. They gave us this mat that I settled on. Not the color mat here. This little black mat. They say, work on this black mat. So I said, you know what? It's fine. We also have this trusty instruction thing just to get the whole thing in there. The light kind of shines on it. That way. Not that it's very legible for you guys, but there you go. That's our trusty guide instructions. They give us the kit with all the thermal pads, thermal paste for the actual GPU core, a stopper, and there should be another stopper. Yep, another stopper right there. And then we have the RGB cable. So I'm actually going to set those back off to the side. Wonderful. So now let's go ahead and take out our trusty iFixit. And it looks to be like the bigger Phillips. I think this is the biggest. Okay. So now, theoretically, other than all my cables here that I can't really get at, this should stop. There we go, yeah. I can get the back plate off, kind of easy. No, it's just the fun part of separating from the board very carefully. Okay, so yeah, you want to get that for me, honey? I'm not sure if there's any sort of clip or anything. Let me see if I can get it. Looks like there's a clip of some kind.
Turn it around and open it up.
There's a lot more on the other side there.
Turn it this way.
Okay.
And then open it and fold it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's quite a few cables here. Got one. That's the same style as this one over here.
Flip it open like a book.
won't flip far enough open, honey. So we're just removing all the RGB cables. If you want to hold this, I can try. It's actually quite difficult.
Your face.
Unlike yours, I'm surprised that the thermal pads stayed on this one. Like, your thermal pads were like, no thanks, fam. We're not staying on this GPU. But as you can see, these are all of the components that need to be cooled. All the VRAM and fun stuff. We have to clean off this GPU now. And this backplate will come off relatively easy. I'm not worried about that right this second, though. So let's get this out of the way. We'll be taking off all those lovely thermal pads and putting new ones on. Does it have the thermal pads for the back as well?
It'll be in this box.
Okay.
I presume.
So we have our trusty isopropyl alcohol. It's great for cleaning electronics. So you should use kitchen roll. I'm going to be using toilet roll. But this can rip off and leave fragments behind. And when you use the isopropyl alcohol, it's really good to use Q-tips. So now I've got that mostly clean. We're going to use the Q-tips with some isopropyl alcohol. There we go, guys. It's, for the most part, clean. The dye itself is great. Close up the isopropyl alcohol. So now, my next bit, I'm going to flip it over and we're going to take off this back plate. It was just difficult, even on yours. It was like glue.
What are these?
Nothing to do with this, by the looks of it. Oh no, they definitely go in. I can see that going into this board. Okay, let me see if we can get these tiny things. I don't see a way to get those though. Oh, there's screws on this side. Dun dun dun! There we go, guys. So we have some screws here to undo. 3 screws. 4 screws. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can do this. That's why it's not coming out. Oh, there's a teeny cable here. Of course. Got it. Would have been nice for them to make that cable a little longer. But there you go. That's how we tear down. Now, it's time for the fun work. I'm just glad all that thermal pads stayed together. If we were ever needing to put them back on here. Thermal pads. Sure. Put this right there. Thermal pads 1, 2, and 3. We may as well get this out.
As you might be able to see, they've already sort of slightly perforated the pads. You can see on this side we've got squares, middle's a long rectangle,
Yeah.
bottom here.
So something we had to do with the EK blocks, we actually had to cut them ourselves, where these are already perforated. Much better. What was that?
And as you can see per the instructions, hopefully, you can see that they're numbered. Top layer being 1, 2, 1, and then that applies to the case itself. So that's how we're going to be following.
We got really lucky because on her GPU, we had to clean all of this on both sides.
Including the...
Yeah. I mean, like everything that had thermal pads. We had to clean it all. So we lucked out. I'm going to start with these ones because these are simple right there.
No different.
And right there. No, they're the same. They just have different numbers for some reason. So I just want to get everything where it needs to go, and then we'll worry about the peeling of both sides. So there is plastic on both sides of these thermal pads because, yeah, that's how they stick. These things are like glue. Beautiful. Good job. See, told you she's the one who's good at it, and I just kind of suck.
Are they all stuck?
They are all stuck in, and I'm just double checking for plastic. Doesn't feel like any. Every single one of these has gripped my finger. Yeah. So, we are moving on to a new step.
Carefully position the water block onto the graphics card, aligning the mounting holes on the PCB with the holes on the water block. Secure the block with the 4 M2 2.5 times 5mm screws and washers to the PC.
There we go. We've officially done the front. We'll peel that off once we get it all together, though. So now we're on to the back plate.
If you don't have a back plate, it just says to put in screws in the rest of them. But it says if you have a back plate, follow the next steps on your back plate guide.
With the 3090, you want a back plate? These BRM chips get super hot. Another thing that's different, I'm pretty sure yours had the capacitors here with the thermal pad.
Again, these are perforated already.
Which ones are those?
And this is the guide that we're going to be following.
boom. I will clean the back before I put it in because you can see all my fingerprints there. But there you have it, a fully water blocked Aorus 3090 from Gigabyte, and it's the Masters Edition. Using the Phanteks Glacier series water block, we've successfully done it all. Teamwork makes the dream work. You're the best. And guys, we'll see you in the next bit.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you have any hints, tips or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.